I I instinctively, when shut the curtain in the before, when there was a car going by that seemed to be looking in the window. Old habits, you know. I'm gonna cut that shit out, right? Chill. Ooh, look, that's right where my hand went to the word chill. Right when I'm talking about that. Chill. And excuse me, I'm gonna have to go over here by the light. My gosh, Papa Smurf's getting blinded. I'm sorry. Sorry, Papa. Oh God, look at that. How do we stop that? There we go. I don't want you to get blinded by my future, Papa Smurf. I should have my shades on right now, but an acute sensation of cold, often with shivering. A degree of cold. Verb, make cold. Chill means make cold. Dispirit. Dispirit, meaning to take the spirit away, which would be the opposite of inspirit, inspiration. Discourage. Be fearful. Frightening. Frightening experience, story, etc. Chill. So is it? So what year was this? Because there's nothing here referring to the the street sense of it, which is like chill, right? But think of those definitions of what the word originally meant and how interesting it is. But so I have to go to I forget what year this was published, what edition this is. Penguin Putnam. Copyright 1981 or 1995 too. But you see, I think back then people weren't saying chill to take it easy. I mean, it's just it's, you know, but this is what you anyway. Anywho, I'm gonna go to comfortable and numb and show to you there's no such thing as comfortably numb, and that they were using irony, mocking, jesting, in order to point out the contradictory and self-contradictory kind of thinking, and that's just runs the show in the machine world, clock world, the linear time programming, TV programming, and adverse enticements, advertisements, and the whole like numbing out, you know, sitting and just passively accepting the programs, letting all the blood pool to Uranus, and just vegging out, chilling all the time. And look at what I'm not going to go back to the definition. You can replay it, because what it used to mean, it's pretty much means dead. You're as cold as ice, willing to sacrifice our love. So here's what I've explained this many times already. I also see this, it's beautiful like that, black. Black is beautiful, like the black night sky that the radiant light of the stars of the heavens shine forth from which they shine forth, I mean. So comfortably numb, comfortably the adverb, right, of comfort and comfortable, the adjective form. Comfortably numb. In order to feel comfortable, you have to be able to feel, and numb is lack of feeling. So I'll just go to Webster's to make sure that you get that I'm not just talking out of my anus. On what? Or all your blood's pooling, probably, most of you Americans right now. You're just lapping up their freaking toxicity, their poison, because the poison in the airwaves is just the perfect match of all the poison in all of the consumer products. And like George Carlin said, baseball's not the pastime, no, football, not even football. You know what the pastime is in America? Consumption. It's consumer land. It's the land of ounces or Oz. Look at any product, go in any shop, and what do you see on everything? OZ. You do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh, my little China girl is telling me to shut my mouth and just. I got this book today. It was waiting for me actually for $3. See that symbol? Power. That's the lingam and the yoni. That's the yang wang inside of the box, the X box. Yep, that's how you physically were conceived, right? Conception, like an idea that's conceived. Same. Eve, conceive. It's you originally, every single one of us, as Alan Watts was correct to point out, was that evil glint in their father's eye. Evil in quotes, not evil because look, so even when you transcend the lustly loins below and you come up into the house of heaven in the head, in the heart, that doesn't mean you don't enjoy sexuality. No, the opposite. Actually, you really enjoy it for once, and it's not some freaking mechanical release in the what most people do. It's like they're just playing a wicked game with each other because they're not being honest. They're not being honest about how they really feel. In order to really love another, you have to fully love yourself first. And how many people do that? Put in the time and the energy, the enormous effort that it takes to do that. How many? It's not, and it takes the effort to make your temples a hospitable environment for her to come and rest in and live in and animate you with her anima of animation. We are in the land of gods and monsters. But don't worry, be happy, because the invocation of peace and love and harmony, a tidal wave of bliss and peace and joy and balance, completely, it's rock, paper, scissors. It just washes away the chaos and confusion and fear. Like that. And that's what happens this summer of love 2022 with Vedic science, transcendental meditation theme. And beautiful love songs, groovy songs, not none of that. No, and no corporate sponsorship. No ticket price, no ticket agencies, no nothing. You have to drop your wallet in the locker. You have to drop your keys and all your change in the locker. Come as you are, and you will be known by your presentation, your presence, whether you are going to participate in a positive or negative way. If it's negative, if you're violent, aggressive, or anything in you that is you will be smelled. Let's put it that way, and you will not get in. You will not be one of the 450,000 in there. That's how this goes this time, because the last two failed because there wasn't a screening process, and it was anything goes with both of them. The second one, obviously, the worst, but both of them were corrupted because there wasn't any discernment in who gets in, and there wasn't an accent on consciously generating a love and peace wave through Vedic chanting, through transcendental meditation, combined with dancing and singing and music. Music from the muses. See, if you're making this aggressive stuff with no melody. I mean, I'm not talking. See, I think to me, see, there's like, I'm not black and white with any of this. Like 9 Inch Nails, right? Have you listened to his body of work? There's beautiful harmonies and melodies in what he does. Rock and roll is beautiful. I'm not saying let's get rid of that's not going to be part of it. No, it's not what I'm saying. To be clear, that's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying is not simple, yet it is at the same time. You look to her, she's found the cure. You know that girl. Oh, look, contrail. The contrail deception. Not contrails or chemtrails, it's geoengineering. They are playing God with the weather. Johnson, President Dickhead Johnson, then you get Tricky Dick right after him. A couple of dickheads who followed a man who actually had a heart and saved us from nuclear war with his decision making during the Cuban Missile Crisis, going against his generals who wanted nuclear conflagration with Soviet Union. And look where we are now. Look what's going on. We haven't had a decent human being in that office, man in that office, since JFK. They've all been put there by this National Socialist infiltration, Nazis within our midst. Project Paperclip. U.S. fought with Russia, former Soviet Union, to get the top Nazi rocket scientists over because they were way ahead. And Werner von Braun never had to disavow his Nazism. Never ever had to make any kind of concession or anything. And he went on to become head of NASA. Now look at NASA and NAZI and connect the dots, do the math. I hereby invoke my First Amendment right to freedom of speech and assembly. No, I don't revoke it. I said I invoke it. I'm just looking for comfortable in Webster's Webstars, because stir is Proto-Indo-European, or properly the original term for the language group that is at the bedrock of English with Sanskrit. Yep. Aryan. They brought you Hitler to begin this whole mix-up and confusion of language and of words and of speech and the whole thing, to disempower you on me and everybody. This big club that Carlin talked about, which is just this handful of creeps who have sorcerers working for them, doing evil spells, invocations with the magic voice box. Invoice it. Okay, I'm sorry. No, I have a serious side to me to give the whole world a frown. And I'm not even going to do this now, because no, I will. I'll just do the comfortably numb, and then I'm going to get on with my evening. God bless you. And mother, father, God bless you. Father, mother, who is mother. And she's my other. I work for her. I'm a special agent for mother, not man. Haughty to man, humble before God. Haughty to man, humble before God. Man plans, God laughs. Look at man, he thinks he's in control. Watch me sneeze. Watch me hawk a Louis and wreck his party. Watch me invoke love and peace and the light and destroy your darkness, your Voldemort, your crap. your garbage, your repression and your suppression, your desecration of the female, your rape of mother, you wicked, wicked, wicked witches, you billionaire creeps, hoarders, you royals, hoarders of gold, of your dragons. That's why your symbol is a dragon. But the dragon has a positive meaning too. That's all symbols. They have both positive and negative, light and dark, Luke and Darth. Just like we do. Two sides. Left, right, front, back, up, down. We're simple, but we're also complex. Wrap your cerebrum around that, please. You can't. You give it away to her. The money is mummy. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. How come everybody want to keep it like a Kaiser? How come everybody thinks the whole fucking thing is just their little bubble? Because their 7 seals are shut. They got sticks up their asses with scarecrow syndrome, Tin Woodsman syndrome, and cowardly lion syndrome. All it takes, though, is Dorothy to come along, and it's all done. Dorothy means gift of God, like Theodore. She's the one who takes the stick out of your ass, so you're not a scarecrow anymore, and leads you to where you can get your brains. She's the one who helps you realize that you're a powerful lion and you shouldn't cower. You shouldn't be a coward. And you should learn how to contain and utilize your yang force, your power, your intensity for good, for defense of mother and the innocence of her children who are incapable of defending themselves, nor incapable of speaking up for themselves. Whose most serious thing is play. And it's actually ours too. But we've been dulled, turned into adults, consumers. We're betraying the entire future generations. We're ruining this whole thing in the name of progress. We're not going forward by serving machines instead of machines serving us, which is where it's supposed to be. Chickpea, cheetah, cheddar. Are you a cheetah? I don't like cheetahs. I like the animals, but I don't like cheaters. People who don't play fair. Like you little freaking nasty cabal, you sickos who kill off celebrities, does human sacrifices, not only celebrities, but whole populations. Thousands of people mean nothing to you. As soon as it's just in animals and the whole thing, you have no care. You hoard wealth, you hoard matter, money, mummy. And you have been seen. She is real, she's conscious, she's huge, and I'm with her. Women should be able to walk around shirtless if they want. They shouldn't be ashamed of their physicality, nor should men. That's how we're disempowered. Our bodies are beautiful. There are temples. God made them. We should not have to hide them in shame and be at the threat of being put away if we expose them. How obvious is that? But it sounds like something radical to the peons who are in the altered state of base consciousness, never ever having any spaciousness because their 7 wheels and seals are locked down. They don't allow them to open up. You have to allow them to open up and blossom like flowers. Give them time, which involves patience and all kinds of other good things that the majority of people do not want because they've been programmed by the television and everything else, education, kindergarten through 12. It's not a kindergarten. They've been programmed to be narrow,
black and white with everything, one-sided, lopsided, dead already. Just chill. Yeah, we should relax, right? Relaxation. But in a situation like we're facing where we're going extinct, the proper response is to get intense and get responsible. Be able to respond. It's not to veg out and tune out. That's irresponsible, and it's actually criminal. Criminal negligence. And that's across the Smurf. That's across Smurf and Munchkin land. Of all the blue collars who are just zombies. But there are a lot of good. They're good. Most of them are good, and that's where the hope is. So don't worry, be happy. Just shift your focus into slowing down, getting off the clock, and actually communicating with your fellow human beings, your extended family, your nature, and everything. Do the breath that I just talked about, the 5 holding it in 5 seconds. Common. Commitment. Commerce. Commandment. Commercial. Mercury. Merchandise. Mare chant. Enchantment. Siren songs. Are you kidding me? You don't have the word sit over here. Comfort, noun. Solace, consolation, one who brings solace. S-O-L-A-C-E. El soulless. Not soulless, soul ace. The feeling of consolation, or a state of feeling of well-being and content. 5. Things that contribute to such a state. Comforter, a bed covering. Kind of like you're sitting on right now over there, Dell computer. And also, finally, in addition, comfortable now, okay. So comfortable is adjective 1, which is the adjective form of noun comfort. Is affording ease, affording ease, which is lack of dis-ease. Free from pain or stress. Informal, 3, sufficient. Now we'll go to numb, and I'm going to prove to you that comfortably numb is a deliberate oxymoron and a critique of the television zone-out zombie society of consumers, of humane beings. They're supposed to be humane and caretakers, and good stewards of the earth. That's why we have the giant cerebrum, so we can speak up and defend the innocent ones, the four-leggeds and the children and the plants and the elements. That's what we're designed to do, and we have been awful stewards, and we've been turned by evil sorcery into consumers, into good peddlers and goods eaters. Because the freaking creepy ass little wicked witches at the top think of us as useless eaters. We're not. We're souls. We're divine beings. And we should feel comfortable in our skin and in our lives. And we should be able to, if we want, walk around with nothing on, without any shame or anything else. Because they're God's creations. How can you be fully comfortable if you're in a situation in the world where your body is being shamed by a system that profits off of putting you away? And where we have a Leviathan central government that has its paws in everything, and that has a Federal Reserve system that's absolutely disgusting. It's not federal, and that Federal Reserve Act of 1913 needs to be repealed immediately. And it is. It's revoked. It's off the books. It's been withdrawn. Darkness cannot withstand light. You're done, Voldemort. Your goose is cooked. You know it. I know you know it. Not just me. Not just me. I'm far from alone here. I'm an aircraft carrier, mofos. The word warlock, which is what we're dealing with this cabal. Noun, one in league with the devil, a sorcerer or wizard. Yeah, but you see, you get it. This is where the web stars and the word control and the church's paws being in it. You don't care? I got a serious side that can give the whole world a frown, so I shouldn't be so serious. Let me do some clowning around for you as Mother Earth's going extinct. Let me pitch you, sell you some crap that you don't need because I need to fill my own coffers and be worrying about my own survival all the time instead of the whole freaking thing's survival that my little survival depends on. No, why is he so angry? He must have something wrong. It's because that is a correct response under the circumstances. Where she is being raped and butchered. Drilled, endlessly drilled for her fluids, without any consent whatsoever. All that uranium also doesn't belong outside of the Earth, and we're experiencing an accelerated atomic decay because of its extraction and all of that detonation. And the poisoning of the whole, there's radon everywhere. There's fucking, I see signs of New York for fucking radon, and the radio, they're talking about the rayon. Oh, it's just everything's okay. We're normal. I'm so happy to be normal. It's no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society, and that's what this society is. Deeply sick. Sicker than sick. I invoke hereby my First Amendment right to freedom of speech and assembly. I didn't say revoke. I said I invoke it. I invoice it. Voldemort. Killers, you butcherers. Down on your knees, begging for forgiveness, or this whole thing is going away. The dream is over. If you don't get down and say, you plead for the absolute horror you have reaped, the havoc you have reaped and continue to do, your chaos sorcery. You shall not pass. Sauron. You will proceed no further with your 21st century depopulation agenda and your desecration of my people and the land. And it's not because I say so. I work for her. I'm a special agent of hers, Mother's, God's. Mother and Father. She's Mother and Father. Numb. Let's look up numb, which is what almost everyone in this dimmed and dumbed down society is, this disassociated society of buffoons who wouldn't recognize wisdom if it took a shit on their heads. I'm gonna go for a swim after this. I'm really excited. I'll have an American Spirit first, and I'll go for a swim. Putting the rest of my chow away. I'll have that for breakfast tomorrow. The life, and yeah, it sucks that I have to fucking brush up against envy of any of people or whatever, and just constantly be it's just seeing right before my eyes, like clearer than ever, how zombified the society and the majority of people are. I mean, I saw it before already, but now, oh my God. But I don't say anything about it out when I'm out there. I just witness it. I observe it. I witness it. I mark it down. I'm taking notes, taking names. So be on the lookout. Be careful. The man's that come to town, like it or lump it, because it's on schedule. It's part of it. It's in the script, and you have no say in it. He is the one, and she picks those who are sincere to deliver her important message. Earth is really dying. We're lucky if we have 5 years. By 2026, all wildlife will be functionally extinct. You zombies, letting these billionaire creeps run amok and continually putting into office their puppets. What's DAT? I don't give a shit right now. I just want to go to numb. I'm going to go to numb to showing the definitive definition of what almost everyone is out there. And could easily, like that, get on the track of getting into feeling, getting the stick out of your ass, and getting some brains and some courage and some heart. Genie, a mythical spirit having power to perform miraculous deeds. Mythical, Mythical, you say? Huh. Mythical? Mythological? Listen to Joseph Campbell talk about that. Myth does not mean unreal. Webstar and all you Pharisees, hypocrites, liars, you close the gates to the kingdom, you throw away the keys, and you do not enter yourselves. And that's actually good news for me and others who are activating, because your power is just material. It's just physical. That's pathetic compared to psychic power. You buffoons hiding behind a wall of tanks and bombs and guns. You buffoons. You're idiots. What do you think all the evil wizards and all of these mythical stories, like Gargamel, like Voldemort, like Darth Vader, like the Wicked Witch, you notice something they have in common? They're cartoonish, they're laughable, they're pathetic. At the end of the day, they have this mask of this overpowering, unconquerable force. But by the end of it, they're unmasked and they're pathetic. They're just hiding, and they're weak, and they're terrified of us. And what would happen if we united and for peace and love? So we got really mama bear tough about it. Mama bear love, not Hallmark card consumer love. Love for sale, that's bullshit. That's selling the drama. You egomaniac, you pathetic, disobedient children of God who don't realize anymore, don't remember God's name. And hence all babies are crying for that. Mother, that's God's name. And the moon is Luna, and the sun is Ra, or many other names. Not the sun and the moon. No more of that crap. Where you have the sun and the moon, but in all the other ones, you have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Those are all the mythical gods, right? With personifications, but that's the sun and the moon, the ones that are most influential, as the sun and the moon. That's the wicked witches and their evil spells, taking the sacred tones of the divine out of our lives. Our days. Day is deity. And you're all in a fucking daze. And you're confused. Because you've been programmed. And yes, it pisses one off when you wake up and when you're active. The truth shall set you free. It'll piss you off too. It'll piss you off and you'll be comfortable with it. I'm not having any fight or flight associated with what I'm doing right now. I'm speaking and I haven't been. I'm as cool as a cucumber. So you don't tell me to chill. Because that means you want to put me on ice and you want to kill me. You want to make me dead and cold inside. First you must learn how to smile as you kill, if you want to be like the folks on the hill. Up above everybody else. The legislators, the lawmakers, no, that's fraud. Law is law. Man does not make that. You mind-controlled consumers, irresponsible, neglectful criminals. To bring you my love, to bring you my love. Do, 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 do. Want to hear the definition of nudity? Nudity. Phonetically, it's nudity. That means nudeness. Don't say nudeness in public. Don't even mention the word, let alone go out nude. That's a crime to criminalize nudity, to criminalize the human body being exposed, being seen. That's a crime. It's completely unnatural to. Law is this: you don't harm, you help. That's it. You help and you don't harm. And you honor your mother. You numbed out beasts. You dulled buffoons. You conformist corrosions of conformity. You slackers. Numb. Without sensation, powerless to feel or act, make numb. You don't feel anything when you're numb, so you can't be comfortable because comfort is a feeling. The end. Hare Krishna. Have a great night. Wait, not yet. Also, I wanted to say, don't worry, be happy. And get one of these, please. And chant with me and pray with me. Real prayer is transcendental meditation. It's not just sitting there and going, please, God, give me a new car. 456, 1142. Yakjavaha saratam asat kritosi vihara shayasana bojaneshu ekotha vapyachyuta tat samaksham tat shamaye swamaham aprameyam. Namaste. Aloha. Hare Krishna. Hallelujah, my sweet Lord. I see you. It took a long time. I see you. It took so long, but I see you.